The use of any drug without prescription is known as drug abuse. That means you are abusing the drug, and such a practice is very risky. It could lead to addiction. So normally, before you take in any substance that is a drug, you should have a prescription, especially for the medicines. For the recreational drugs, people normally take them for fun. Okay, now with those drugs, people are likely to develop addiction towards such drugs. Now there are two main types of addiction. We have the chemical addiction and then the psychological addiction. Chemical addiction, psychological addiction. With chemical addiction, we're going to see that it is a type of addiction. In this type of addiction, the body becomes adjusted to the constant presence of the drug. So the body now feels okay. The body has adjusted itself to feel okay when that substance is inside it. But in actual sense, when you take in a chemical, the body should react. Okay, so any drug that enters the body gives a different effect that is not normal. But once you continue taking the drug, it will get to a point that when you take the drug, that unusual effect is not going to happen. That means the body has adjusted to the constant presence of the drug. But instead, if you decide to stop taking the drug, that is where you're going to get the problems. That is where you're going to get the reactions, which we normally call the withdrawal symptoms. There could be fevers, hallucinations, where you start seeing stuff. Okay, nausea, you feel like throwing up, and then even shakes. Okay, so with chemical addiction, the body adjusts itself to the constant presence of the drug. The body feels okay when the drug is taken, but that shouldn't have been the case. But it's due to the addiction, the body feels okay when the drug is taken. But if you decide to stop taking the drug, that is where the body is going to react. The next type of addiction is psychological. When we say psychology, we're talking about the study of the brain. So anything with a psych word in front of it has to do with the brain. Now in psychological addiction, the person feels the need to take the drugs. He feels that he or she needs to take the drug. Okay, so for example, if you have sleepless nights and then a doctor gives you drugs to help you sleep, with time you need to stop. But if you still feel the need to take the drug, that is a psychological addiction. You don't know if you stop taking the drug. You don't know whether the sleep will come naturally if you stop taking the drug. You don't know. But instead of trying to see if the sleep will come naturally, you are not. But instead, you're going to continue taking the drug. Okay, with the fear in fear that the sleep may not come if you don't take the drug, and that is what we call psychological addiction. So normally with psychological addiction, people feel the need to take the drug. That shouldn't be the case. Now the most dangerous thing about drugs is that they can all damage the liver. The liver is an organ in the digestive system. Okay, it breaks down drugs inside the body. So once the liver is damaged, drugs will not be broken down.